I'd just like to make a few comments. The first is the idea that this is a French phenomenon. I don't think this is a French phenomenon. I think this is a case of women being utilized by men. Now, when we examine the behavior of women in the Islamic State, we cannot do it in isolation without looking at men. Precisely as what you said before, this idea of marriage. Marriage is incredibly important to these women. Often they are doing revenge attacks for people in their families, brothers, husbands, or they're being goaded, or they're playing supporting roles. But essentially what they are relationship nodes in a much larger network. Information can be transferred through women that cannot otherwise be transferred through men. And women are very effective in a tactical and strategic way. And we must also note that after these attacks happened, there was almost a goading process in social media where supporters of Islamic State were saying, women have now got to do what men would otherwise not do. And in all of the propaganda that we've analyzed in the past, of which we've published 2 extensive reports looking at women in the Islamic State, women are not allowed to do pretty much anything once they reach the Islamic State that has to do with violence. So it is very much a network approach of which there are nodes. And I think the romance or the marriage factor, the strategic marriage, and the networks play into that as well, which is why it's so important when we receive a testimony from a mother to try to utilize those testimonies so that if it is the case of something like identity formation and dual identity, we then understand in multiple cases, if this was to occur again, what we can do to prevent it from happening amongst young people.